Hello everyone, and welcome to this round 1 matchup between the Jordan and the Viper in the King of the Desert tournament, a tournament which has been hosted by the popular streamer Mem. I'll put a link to his channel on the top right here and in the description, so you can watch all the games on his end. This is a recording game at the time that I am casting this right now, and this is between two of the biggest players in the game right now. So the King of the Desert tournament, again, it's a tournament hosted by Mem for a few $1,000s, has all the top experts in it, and it is single elimination. This round is a best of 5 between these two titans of the game. Over on the left side, we have the Viper playing as the Incas, and we have Jordan 23 on the right side playing as the Magyars. Now, each player gets to ban 2 civilizations out of the 31 civilizations, and gets to pick 5 other civilizations which they could use throughout their best of 5 series. So for this first game, we have an Incas versus Magyars matchup. I do not know what the Civ draft is because I'm not watching it live, and yeah, but they have chosen Incas as and Magyars, so they believe these teams are going to be pretty good on this Arabia matchup. So first, let's take a look at the players' maps and see how their early scouting looks. We have Jordan 23 over here, who's recently gotten back into the game within the last few months. He is currently up to about 2k2 right now, so he's not rusty, but he's still working his way up to that extremely high level. And these guys had a best of 21 a long time ago, which Jordan won, by the way. Won by a single game. Let's take a look at his map. He has 2 stones in the north of his base, and 2 golds in the north of his base. His other gold is basically between him and the Viper, inaccessible. His first wood line is not too bad, however, it is a little bit vulnerable. The big factor in his map is that most of his resources are pretty open, and his wood lines aren't very great, so not a great map from Jordan. He might want to play aggressively this game. For the Viper's map, the Viper has a much better wood line. The saturation is much better, and it's much closer to his town center, although you never want your lumber camp and your house to touch, because the villagers will walk around on you and waste some time. His berries is also in a much safer position, and his stones are in a much safer position, being as far away from Jordan as possible. So those are fully accessible for him, and we know he'll probably want those as the Incas and their stone reduction bonus. Now, his gold is another story. His gold is very far north. In fact, he hasn't found either of the sheep anyway. So that gold is very, very open. The right side is unwallable. And this southern gold is also very open. Where's the third gold for the Viper? It's all the way on this west side. So both players have very open maps, although the Viper's map is slightly better. And we'll have to see how this game shakes out. And again, this map favors very aggressive strategies, especially because the opponents are right next to each other. So villager walking time will be negligible. The players are executing their opening builds currently. Now, for the Magyars, they have been recently buffed in recent patches, so their Scout Rush is extremely viable, as well as a Men-at-Arms Rush, which will get their Forging upgrade immediately. So they have very good early rush potentials, and their Cavalry Archers will be very strong later on in the game. So the Magyars overall are a very strong Arabia civilization. And you could say the same thing about the Incas. So the Incas have a lot of early rush abilities, with their villagers being able to get armor from the blacksmith. They also have a cheaper tower rush, a very, very slight eco bonus in the free llama and the house bonus that they receive. House is +5 extra population. And of course they have the Eagle Warriors, which we're finding out from this tournament. I've watched some other games of this tournament, that the Eagle Warrior is an extremely strong feudal and castle age unit. So overall, I think these Civ matchups are just about even. I'm going to do a top 10 civilizations at some point, but in my opinion, these civilizations rank about 7 or 8, so right next to each other. Now, the Viper is walling himself up to help protect his woodline. However, he is walling out his gold, so perhaps it's not his intention to take a lot of gold in the early feudal age. Here goes his early barracks. Actually, his barracks is not too early. He's on 22 population. He'll go up to 23 and click up right here after Loom. This is a classic Men-at-Arms build. Without the gold, but here we go. He's going to go 2 on gold, classic Men-at-Arms build, 22 or 23 population up. Now, Jordan has clicked up to the next stage much sooner, and he's sending 4 villagers forward. What you don't want to do when you play forward is you don't want it to run into men-at-arms or militia. So this might backfire for Jordan. However, he is making militia of his own, so if you do run into militia, you want to make militia of your own. That's pretty nice. And it looks like Jordan will men-at-arms rush as well. Now, Jordan's economy is not nearly as strong as the Viper's economy right now because he went up 2 villagers later and advanced the Imperial Age a lot sooner. Now, he's going to go down with the house. And let's see. My bad, the villager difference is 1 villager difference, not 2. Now, Jordan's almost up to the next stage. It would be his dream to get a tower right here. He's going to place an outpost first. However, the Viper has seen this, and this is going to be a bad time for Jordan. He's outnumbered here, and he's going to have to go back. However, as soon as he reaches the feudal age, he will get +1 on his militia immediately. Here we go, +1 done. As his Magyar's bonus. And as soon as he gets that men-at-arms bonus, he's going to turn around and try to get that tower up. A tower on this gold would be absolutely devastating for the Viper. The Viper is up to the next age as well. Looks like Jordan has lost a little HP on his scout, which could be detrimental to him. And looks like they're going to do a little dance. Let's see who's going to get better engagement. Men-at-arms upgrade is done. The Viper's men-at-arms upgrade is 10 seconds away. That's going to be a great engagement, sniping off 1 of the militias for nothing. And now only 2 men-at-arms for the Viper. Check the HP here. Still, the Viper has more units in this area. He's got 5 villagers here. Another men-at-arms coming out from Jordan. This could turn the tide, but nope, the Viper is making more men-at-arms as well. Now, is Jordan going to drop that tower now? No, he's still going to wait around a little bit. Now he's going to drop the tower, but look at how many villagers are in the area for the Viper. This could be the GG tower, but nope. Jordan's getting a little too greedy. I don't think he's going to get this tower up. Now that +1 is so huge, though. You have to keep that in mind with these men-at-arms. And that outpost is actually pretty handy, too. Here we go. Tower's going to start to be built. 5 men-at-arms is very scary. The Spearman is just for the scout. However, I disagree with that decision considering the scout is already very low. Oh, that was very lucky of Jordan not to lose the scout right there. Now, Jordan should take this engagement. I think that +1 attack might be the difference here. However, it looks like the tower will get up, and that could have some very high damage to these villagers. Jordan's going to take that fight very easily, get right in under that tower. This is going to be a huge win for Jordan, I feel. That tower just got up a split second too late. And the Viper lost basically everything in that fight. That +1 extra attack. What a huge difference that was. Let's see if this men-at-arm... No, that men-at-arm's going to go down. A little unfortunate. Yeah, down he goes. But Jordan got exactly what he wanted. He got his tower up. If he could kill these 2 villagers, that would be even better for him. And another villager down. Jordan's taking a huge lead this game. However, 1 villager will go down for Jordan. We are on 26 villagers for Jordan, 28 for the Viper. However, these 2 are in very much danger. 1 villager down. And this one will go down as well. The villager number is currently even right now. However, Jordan is in the driver's seat and ready to place another tower. And the Viper has lost access to his gold in the front. He'll have to go to the gold on the south. And waste all that extra wood on that mining camp. Now let's see if Jordan's going to run in under the town center. No quick walls from the Viper. Well, he's going to wall here. He could have walled in through here. And he's still within range. No, he's just barely out of the range of the town center. So these men-at-arms are becoming more and more useless. Would be great if Jordan could place another tower. I don't know where his villagers went, to be honest. These might be those villagers. They might have gone home. Now, Jordan did not take any stone, which I find a little bit surprising. If he took a little stone, he could have potentially put another tower right here on the Viper, which would, again, be devastating. Now, on the other hand, the Viper is taking stone. And that stone is not going to do him any good because he really doesn't need any defensive towers right now. He's got the military advantage. All the stone is pretty much wasted in my opinion. Although you can certainly use the defensive tower here. The best Jordan can do is pick off another villager or two with these men-at-arms. They'll become more and more useless as more and more archers come out from the Viper. That's a nice pickup though. You want to try to get as much value out of those men-at-arms as possible. Now, looks like Jordan. Looks like Jordan has transitioned to scouts, his civilization strength, and he'll go up with another archer range for some skirmishers or some archers of his own. And Jordan's gonna have to go back for now. So now a little bit of damage coming in from the Viper. Currently, villager number is equal. This is gonna be a little messy though. Gonna get the archer. And I would say this game is pretty much even at this stage. Some nice damage from Jordan, but also heavy investment from Jordan, so more or less even. I'm gonna pick up these units. Maybe slight advantage to Jordan currently. Second archer range is coming up. Jordan's going into skirmishers now. And now the question for Jordan is, let's take a look at his fog of war. How heavy does Jordan want to commit to the feudal age? Now, if Jordan wants, he can go full skirmishers and full scouts and try to pressure this gold, because he knows he has his other gold here, and this gold's in an exposed position. However, I think that might be a mistake with the amount of stone that the Viper is taking, and the Viper, of course, is going to go up with a watchtower on that gold. So the best thing for Jordan, in my opinion, is to stop scout production, switch into archers, which don't cost any food, and go up to the next age. And that looks like what Jordan's going to do, in addition to some walling. Let's take a look at the Viper's resources. Jordan is currently on 100 food. The Viper is currently on 300 food. The Viper has many more archers in his mix, which is why he saved so much on food. And a little sloppy of Jordan, he's only getting Force Caller now. So that'll hamper his economy a little bit. And some nice palisading from the Viper. Now, on the other hand, Jordan does have many more farms because he did go into scout, so he should catch up a little bit in the food department. And in this engagement, Jordan definitely has a stronger army currently. So the Viper will have to go back for now. Scale mill armor coming in for the Eagle Scouts. And potentially for the Spearmen. They're going to get some nice shots off on the Scouts, but they go down so easy, of course. And this is just a one for Jordan, just keeping the Viper's army at bay for now. Because Jordan really can't do any other damage right now. Still 150 food for the Viper. Jordan stuck on 100 food. Many more farms for him, though. And now the Viper's going to go rush that tower. It's better now than later on in the game. And those Eagles Wars are so damn strong. So great at taking out skirmishers. The men-at-arms are so slow they can never get to the Eagle Warriors. Finally getting on top. It looks like Jordan does have the mass in order to win this. And this is another big loss for the Viper. It's a huge loss, actually, considering he could go back and try to kill some of these villagers now. Now, most of these scouts are on pretty low HP. This one almost going to go down. However, that's one villager down from the Viper. More of these could potentially go down. Remember, all these units do have foraging. 2 villagers down. And it looks like this villager might go down as well. 6 HP left. He's going to get focused down. Villager count right now is 42 to 45. With Wheelbarrow coming in for Jordan. And another village. No, actually, that was a skirmisher. My bad. Tower coming up from the Viper. The Viper must have, what, 600 stone banked up? He's got 500 stone banked up right now. Better to put up those towers a little bit preemptively, if you ask me. Because this woodland's going to get harassed now. So Jordan definitely in the driver's seat this game. 400 points ahead. He's taking some good military engagements. and has been aggressive for the entirety of this game. Let's check the food count. The Viper on 400 food and 700 gold. Ooh, boy. Jordan on the perfect 800 food, 200 gold. He's ready to click up to the next age right now. And up he goes. He's going to take a little bit of stone, perhaps for a town center or another tower. Total domination from Jordan now. Here's the market for the Viper. As soon as the market goes up, he'll buy his way up to the next age. Doesn't need to buy too much, but he's got too much gold right now. A little bit of an overcommitment. This gold will run out pretty soon, and in not too long, the Viper will have to reclaim this gold up in the north. Let's check if he's scouted the other golds. He knows he has one gold here. So the Viper needs to go all aggressive, needs to make as much military as possible, and he needs to retake his gold to have a chance at this game. Second barracks coming up from the Viper. He's going to go down the Eagle route. There's a lot of skirmishers in this mix from Jordan. The best thing Jordan can do, though, is prevent this barracks from going up. Because one barracks is not going to cut it. Now, Jordan might be feeling Eagles in this situation. He knows he has a lot of skirmishers in his army. He knows that the Viper is trying to get the second barracks up. So now, Jordan is also going to mix in some of his knights, which will get the +2 upgrade for free. Iron casting. Missed you too easy. So second barracks is going to go up in the back. This is not going to be enough Eagles as soon as these knights get in here. This army could be potentially cleaned up, I would say, by maybe 4 or 5 Eagles, though. So this is a little bit risky. You do want to keep these alive if you are Jordan. And you're really not doing too much damage here, taking villagers off of 2 farms, maybe. So maybe go back for Jordan a little bit. Immediately +2 armors coming in. These knights will be fully upgraded in just a moment. You can clearly see the strength of the Magyars in the civilization in this particular game, I feel. Siege Workshop coming up from Jordan. And here we go, all the upgrades coming in. Eagle Warrior coming in from the Viper, Squires, Crossbowmen as well. And the Viper's going to have a nice mixed army in here. Let's hope he can push out and go onto his gold for a little bit of a longer game. Monastery coming up as well for the Knights. Jordan has opted for a Siege Workshop. Now, as you notice, Jordan actually hasn't invested in Bodkin Arrow or the Crossbow or Elite Skirmisher upgrades. Instead, he's going to pour more of those resources into Knight production. All those upgrades are, of course, expensive for the Knights to do a complete tech switch. And let's see if the Viper can retake his gold. It's up to the Viper to retake his gold. If the Viper retakes his gold, it's not GG for Jordan, but if the Viper doesn't retake his gold, it will be GG for the Viper. And a few cavalry archers coming out from Jordan as well. There are only 60 gold, of course, in the expansions. Now, all Jordan needs is maybe a few good mangonel shots to close out this game and keep control of those golds. Let's check Jordan's home base. He's got a second town center up already. Meanwhile, the Viper has to pour as many resources as possible to retake his gold, so he's going to go with the university right now. So all of Jordan's eggs are not in one basket, so to speak, with that second town center. And the opposite is true for the Viper. However, he sees where the Viper's army is. He's kind of stuck over in the south side. And it looks like the Viper is going to go for a town center here. No, actually a castle. 480. It's like 450 stone or something for the Incas, or 500 something. And with that mangonel's probably going to be too slow to get to the castle, and the castle will be up. So the Viper can regain access to his gold. Mangonel goes down to the Eagles. The Eagles are really good at that. And looks like this fight will be more or less even, however the castle will go up for the Viper. So step 1 for the Viper done. He's reclaimed access to his gold right as he runs out of gold in the south side. Perfect timing from the Viper. What is the Viper's next move, however? He is behind in economy at this stage. He is behind by about 10 villagers now. Army count is the same. And the Viper's currently floating no resources. Although he's still mining a bit of stone. If the Viper wants, he'll have a second castle up in just a few minutes. Meanwhile, let's take a look at Jordan. Jordan hasn't invested as much into his military, which is why he's got the 3 town centers up. However, since his 3 town centers have been up for a while, I think Jordan can retransition into making heavy military. In fact, much stronger than before. And he's got 3 stables and 2 archery ranges, pumping out some of the best units that the Magyars have to offer, knights and cavalry archers. So right now, I am liking Jordan's position. It's a much harder game for the Viper to win at this point. He's not going to catch up in economy, although he can drop down a second town center somewhere if he wants to at least mitigate how far ahead Jordan is getting ahead. Now, the problem for the Viper is his map isn't really conducive to place them into town centers. There's really no great place to place them. You could place it right here, but that's not going to be great. Maybe on the wood line would be good. Let's check the Viper's resources, get a hint at what kind of strategy he's planning. So he's going to drop a town center right here on the wood line. That will help. But as time goes on, this advantage for Jordan is getting larger and larger. 72 villages to 60 villages now. And no significant differences in army. Another archery range coming up from Jordan. He can afford it. He will try to get some relics. I think at the stage might be better to go for stone walls than palisades, but that's okay. And for now, Jordan doesn't have to take an engagement. If he loses an engagement, or if he chooses not to fight, then the Viper really can't do too much damage to him. However, Jordan is going to choose to take this engagement and move back a little bit. This is the benefit of having a fast unit. Right now, the Viper's army is much stronger, though, and he's got Eagle Warriors on top of Cavalry Archers. You want the Knights to attack the Eagle Warriors. So it looks like the Viper will take this good engagement. It won't be enough to get him back in this game, though, because Jordan just can hide behind all of his walls, and he'll be perfectly fine. Now, the Viper does have a castle if he does want to drop it. That could potentially ramp up the pressure. It says the Viper is building a castle. Where is he building his castle? There is his castle. This is exactly what the Viper needs to do. He needs to do his damage now. As he has the army advantage, he'll be able to get up this castle wherever he wants. And Jordan's feeling the pressure right now. He's feeling, okay, I've got my big economy. I need to really ramp up the military production to prevent this castle. Might be a little bit too late, though. 4 villagers coming forward, 8 villagers coming forward. And I don't think Jordan will have enough to stop this castle. Now, as far as army composition for Jordan, Knights will be much more effective against Eagles than Cavalry Archers. These Cavalry Archers are nothing special for the Magyars at this stage. They only become special with that recurve bow technology, which is available in the Imperial Age. So with nothing special available to these Cavalry Archers will die to Eagle Warriors. And here comes that castle. This castle will be able to take down these forward military production buildings, meaning Jordan has to rebuild them, and this will be a good gateway into Jordan's economy. As well as, it's on a hill, which is, again, a very good gateway into Jordan's economy. I'm reading the chat, Now, Jordan's chosen to go up to the Imperial Age. The downside of that strategy is, of course, you have less military because of the resources invested in the Imperial Age. However, Jordan is surviving for now, and if he survives to get those upgrades in the Imperial Age, then this decision will be worth it. Let's check the Viper's resources. The Viper can also go up to the next age, actually. although his economy is further behind. This castle is absolutely critical for Jordan. Jordan will be the first up to the next age, and this will help prevent eagle raiding. Let's see if the Viper's going to move in right now. He is not. So this castle will be up. Jordan will be the first to have a trebuchet out. The Viper is not far behind. He's about a minute and a half behind. So a lot rides on this trebuchet battle. And this is where having that hill comes into play. Now, the good thing about Jordan, though, he does have cavalry archers. With how fast they are, Jordan could potentially go on some raids and come back if needed, though, with those cavalry archers. Now, a very curious decision. Again, I would prefer the Nightline. It looks like Jordan is going to go for the recurve bow cavalry archer route. With all the technologies, I feel the cavalry archers can do decently against eagle warriors unless the Viper researches his unique technology for the extra +2 armor, the courier's technology. Ooh, second barracks from Jordan. I wasn't expecting this. Oh, actually, longswordsman route. Interesting. So Champions is one of the best counters to eagle warriors, and even though it's not Jordan's civilization strength, he doesn't get plate mail armor or any bonuses. He's going to go down that route anyway. Maybe for a bit of surprise factor. I wonder if the Viper has suspected this. He's clearly seen the extra barracks. And this is such a nice pickup from the Viper. The Viper is coming back in this game with all these great plays he's making. Town Center should get up, but that'll be another heavy loss for Jordan. Heavy Cavalry Archer is going to be the first upgrade, then Bracer for Jordan. And it might be this decision, if Jordan loses this game, this decision to invest so heavily into Cavalry Archers that would lose him this game. Nice tower from Jordan, though. That's definitely worth the stone, in my opinion. Alright, first trebuchet out for Jordan. Let's see if the Viper can keep this castle alive. Couriers immediately coming in, and Elite Eagle Warrior. I am not liking this army composition from Jordan. The Viper's just going to wait until this Elite Eagle Warrior upgrade comes in. We have 3+2 armor right now. They're dying very quickly to these Cavalry Archers. 3+4 armor done now. +4 armor done now. And this will go up to +6 once plate mail armor comes in. With +6, these Cavalry Archers are probably going to be doing only 1 damage, which is not enough. Let's see if Jordan can do some damage, though, before that plate mail armor upgrade comes in. Oh, actually, the tower did not go up. How did that happen? Some eagles must have gotten in there. But not too much damage coming in from Jordan. Where are those eagles from the Viper? Here they are. Plate mail armor is now done. 4+6 armor. 10 armor versus 11 attack. This should be enough eagles to take care of these Cavalry Archers, in my opinion. Looks like castle will go down from the Viper, though. No trebuchets coming out. No upgrades into the longswordsman line. That's a little bit of a wasted investment. And right now, I'm really worrying for Jordan. He needs to make some sort of different army composition. Chemistry will get him to 12 attack, which will be 2 damage per Eagle Warrior, which is still not enough. Thanks, Logan, for hosting my stream with 0 viewers. Aww. Everyone's saying hello, YouTube. What's up, Logan? Tracking, chemistry. Jordan half-assed going into the swordsman line. Now, the thing about the swordsman line is that the Incas do have the slinger to counter the swordsman line, so I was going to say something along the lines is they're harder to counter, but that's not exactly true. The Incas do have so much to offer, though, as far as those counter units are concerned. So earlier in the game, we saw the power of the Magyars and their early rush. Now I feel like we're seeing the power of the Incas in their Eagle Warriors and potentially Slingers as well. Chemistry now done. Not liking this army composition from Jordan as well. He's not doing any damage with his Cavalry Archers. That's the main thing you want to do with Cavalry Archers. Take small groups, put them into corners, get a few villagers, get out of there. And these Eagle Warriors are too strong for the Cavalry Archers to deal with now. Not enough two-handed swordsmen to deal with the Eagle Warriors. And looks like Jordan might lose 3 trebuchets here. First trebuchet is going to get caught out. The other 2 are going to get away, but it's not looking great for Jordan. And no recurve bow technology coming in either. It is an expensive technology. Let's see. Oh boy, Jordan's pretty desperate for this gold. I haven't talked about Jordan's gold situation. This town center did get denied in the north, so no gold for Jordan up here. This gold is getting denied. This is Jordan's gold as well. Does Jordan have any other golds right now? He's taking some stone. He can sell that. Jordan is currently not on any gold. Let's check his resources. What? He's selling a bunch of resources. Check the market price. Food is at a good price, but that will not last him very long. Jordan needs to get on a gold if he wants to stay in this game. This would be the best candidate. This gold is going to get taken over from the Viper. Oh man, not looking good from Jordan as well. The Viper's about to surpass him in score for the first time in a while. Slingers are coming out from the Viper as well. Castle's going up right in this position. Now, I would bet you this time, I don't think Jordan has what it takes to take down this castle now, with the strength of his army. And Jordan's going to call GG right there, just as the Viper takes his score lead. 300 points above in the score lead right now. Wasn't like that 30 seconds ago, but this is GG. It really is GG. No gold access for Jordan. That gold access, he can't make any sort of unit to counter the Viper's army composition. So really good game from these players. Very close game. You got to see some of the strengths of the Magyars and some of the strengths of the Incas. And let's go on to game number 2.